You could put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables. Right? The racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it. And unfortunately, there are people like that. And he has lifted them up.
We want to bring in deplorable Todd Starnes this morning.
Chief self-proclaimed.
Chief self-proclaimed deplorable.
Actually wrote a book about it, The Deplorables Guide to Making America Great Again.
Todd, that word is going to be forever tied to your name. I hope you don't mind that.
No, the deplorable of deplorables. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, Todd.
Well, congratulations on the new book. It comes out today, right? The Deplorables Guide to Making America Great Again. And, you know, you've said that now that Trump's been elected, a lot of things are changing. What can people do about it?
Well, this book is for all of the gun-toting, Bible-clinging, deplorable Americans out there, the folks that President Obama labeled as bitter Americans, and the folks that Hillary Clinton labeled as irredeemable. And I believe that moment, those words that she uttered, I believe that was the turning point for a lot of people here in America. They finally understood what the liberals really thought about traditional American values. So I decided to write this book. The original working title, if Hillary would have won, was called We're Doomed America, A Guide to the Apocalypse. So fortunately, we were able to write a book about deplorables instead.
Todd, I want to get your take on something we've been talking about this morning, and I think it fits perfectly with what you're tackling in the book. And I don't know if you caught it, Raymond Buckley, he was at this DNC forum yesterday, and he was there with Jammu Green and others seemingly lining up to run for DNC, and he told the rest of the liberals to grow up, that we weren't talking to America, that we weren't talking to the voters, the people that I know. We're in our high, skyscrapers talking amongst ourselves. Yeah. And he told liberals, Democrats, we have to grow up. What do you think of that?
You know, I did hear those comments, and I think it really ties along with the message of my book, that the Democrats, not only are they not listening, they're trying to silence dissent. You know, I'm here in Dallas. I spoke yesterday to hundreds of young college students from all across the country. Young America's Foundation brought them here. These are the warriors for freedom fighting on their college campuses, where they're creating safe space zones. And quite frankly, they're also implementing policies that will try to silence conservatives. And this is just simply unacceptable in America, where we ought to be able to debate the ideas, whether you agree or disagree. So I think Mr. Buckley has a very valid argument, and I think he understands what's going on here in America.
Todd, how do deplorables feel things are going? And what are we, week 3 of Trump's administration? A lot of promises that were made on the campaign trail. He's already put forward a number of executive orders. How are they feeling things are going now?
Abby, the people I'm talking to are feeling hopeful, and that really is the message of the book. I don't believe that God is finished with America, and I believe that faith and freedom go hand in hand. You know, Franklin Graham said just before the election, he told me for the book that we're at a moral tipping point in America. We could go one way or the other. And I believe divine providence played a very big role in what happened on Election Day here in this country.
Todd, very briefly, the Deplorables Guide is meant to be a guide for that average citizen who's seeing people impugn the president as he tries to implement what he said he would do. What's one thing that people can do based on your book?
I believe one of the most important ways to engage is in your local's public schools. Liberals are using our public schools as the engine to change the culture. So if we want to have an impact, we've got to start running for school boards. We've got to get involved in those public school classrooms.
Amen.
Got it. Get
All
involved.
politics
I like
is local.
That.
All right, Todd Starnes, the book is out now. Go grab it, The Deplorables Guide to Making America Great Again. Thanks, Todd.
Good to have you here, Todd.
Thanks, guys.